On the outside, you're winning. But one wrong habit could quietly wipe out your finances, even if you have a good income. Maya thought she was doing everything right. She had a good job, a stylish condo, and the latest iPhone. Her friends even called her the responsible one. But late one night, she looked at her credit card bill and felt sick. It was more than her savings. In fact, she didn't even have a real emergency fund. She looked rich, but like many trapped in lifestyle inflation, she was one step from disaster. Stories like Maya's are everywhere. It's part of a modern false wealth epidemic, where stealth broke replaces stealth wealth. That's where Dave Ramsey comes in. He's one of the most famous money experts in America. Years ago, he went bankrupt. Now, he helps millions avoid the same mistakes. But in 2025, things have changed. We have new apps, social media pressure, and sneaky spending habits. This isn't just about credit cards anymore. Ramsey says these 6 habits are silent killers. You won't even notice them until your savings vanish and your stress skyrockets. Number 1. Flex now, pay forever. The new social pressure trap. Do you ever scroll through Instagram or TikTok and suddenly feel like your life isn't good enough? Someone's on a beach in Bali, someone else just bought a Tesla, and another person is showing off their brand new kitchen. It's easy to feel behind. And that feeling pushes many of us to spend money we don't really have, just to keep up. Dave Ramsey has a saying, "We buy things we don't need with money. We don't have to impress people we don't even like." This is the modern buy now, pay later trap. And millions are falling for it, all to impress complete strangers online. Today, people take out buy now, pay later loans for vacations, beauty treatments, and designer clothes. These payments feel small at first, $30 here, $50 there, but they add up fast. And when the bills come, it's painful. Ramsey calls this lifestyle false wealth. It looks rich on the outside but feels stressful inside. Instead of trying to look successful, focus on being financially strong. One tip? Create a social spending budget. That means setting a monthly limit for anything you buy just because you saw it online: clothes, gadgets, meals, or trips. Apps like EveryDollar, Dave's favorite, can help you track it. Remember, real freedom is not needing to prove anything, especially not with your wallet. Number 2. Financial amnesia. Forgetting the pain of past mistakes. Have you ever made a money mistake, promised yourself you'd never do it again, and then did it anyway? Maybe you overspent during a sale, forgot to pay a bill on time, or used a credit card for something you didn't need. You felt bad for a little while, but soon life moved on. You forgot how stressful it felt. That's called financial amnesia, and it's more common than you think. Dave Ramsey says many people don't change their money habits because they forget the pain of their past mistakes. The brain doesn't like feeling bad, so it finds ways to move on fast, sometimes too fast. But if we don't remember how it felt to be broke, behind on bills, or buried in debt, we're more likely to do it again. So what can you do? Try starting a money memory journal. Every time you make a financial mistake, write it down. Include what happened, how much it cost, and how it made you feel. When you're tempted to overspend, go back and read it. It's not about guilt. It's about learning. Ramsey says personal finance is 80% behavior. And changing behavior starts with remembering why you wanted to change in the first place. Number 3. Romanticizing debt. The good debt lie. You've probably heard someone say, "Not all debt is bad, some debt is good." That's a popular idea today. People use loans for college, buying a house, or starting a business and call it good debt. Some even use credit cards for points or rewards. But Dave Ramsey strongly disagrees. He says, there's no such thing as good debt. Debt is debt. It always brings risk. Today, it's easier than ever to borrow money. Fintech apps make it fast and simple. Some even gamify debt, turning payments into a game with rewards and flashy designs. It feels fun and easy, but here's the truth. Debt is still a chain. No matter how pretty it looks, you still owe someone money with interest. Debt makes you feel in control today, but it limits your freedom tomorrow. Instead of calling it good, call it what it is, a tool with a cost. And if you don't need it, don't use it. Try a debt detox month. Don't take on any new debt. Lock your credit cards away. Focus on using only what you have. See how it feels. Ramsey says being debt-free isn't just about money. It's about peace of mind. Number 4. The subscription sinkhole. Death by 1,000 cuts. Have you ever checked your bank account and thought, where did my money go? One reason might be hidden in your subscriptions. In 2025, we're all signed up for something: streaming services, gym apps, cloud storage, meditation apps, meal plans, and even budgeting tools. Each one feels like pocket change until $200 disappears every month. The average household now spends over $200 a month on subscriptions, and most people don't even realize it. Dave Ramsey teaches that every dollar should have a job. But with autopay, we stop paying attention. These small charges feel painless, but they're silently draining our wallets. This is what Ramsey would call death by 1,000 cuts. No one charge hurts, but together they bleed your budget. Here's what to do. Every 3 months, check your bank and credit card statements. Cancel anything you haven't used in the last 30 days. Turn off auto-renew unless it's essential. Apps like Truebill or Rocket Money can help track and cancel them. Small leaks sink big ships. Don't let quiet subscriptions steal your future. Number 5. The comfort trap. Mistaking stability for security. Many people feel safe because they have a good job, a steady paycheck, and no major money problems, at least for now. But Dave Ramsey warns that this kind of comfort can be a trap. Just because life feels stable today doesn't mean you're truly secure. Think about what happened in 2023 and 2024. Big companies started laying off thousands of workers. Even people with high-paying jobs lost their income overnight, especially in tech and media. Some of them had no debt, but they also had no emergency savings, no side income, and no backup plan. That's the danger. We think we're safe because things seem fine. But one bad day, a layoff, a hospital visit, or a broken car can shake everything. Ramsey says real security comes from margin. That means having space in your budget, money in savings, and more than one way to earn. Here's a simple tip. Build an emergency fund with 3 to 6 months of expenses. And, if possible, learn a new skill that could help you make extra money, just in case. Security isn't about having a job. It's about being ready if that job goes away. Don't settle for comfort. Build real protection. Number 6. Financial ghosting. Avoiding the hard conversations. Talking about money can feel awkward, even with the people closest to us. You might be dating someone, living with a partner, or sharing bills with a roommate, but no one wants to talk about who owes what. Everyone avoids the topic. That's called financial ghosting, and it's a big problem. Dave Ramsey says money problems are one of the top reasons couples break up. But it's not just about money, it's about trust. When you hide spending, avoid money talks, or keep secrets, it damages your relationship. In 2025, more couples are keeping separate accounts and pretending everything's fine. But under the surface, there's stress, resentment, and confusion. You don't need to combine every dollar, but you do need to communicate. Try having a money date once a week. Sit down for 20 minutes, look at your bank accounts, talk about goals, and check on bills. No blaming, just honesty. Apps like Zeta or Honeydew can help couples share money info without judgment. Ramsey believes in working together, not hiding things. If you can talk about money, you can build a stronger future. Money isn't just math. It's a conversation. So don't ghost it. Remember Maya from the beginning? She didn't win the lottery. She didn't suddenly earn more money. But she did something powerful. She changed her habits. She stopped spending to impress others. She looked at her past mistakes and learned from them. She built savings, canceled and used subscriptions, and stopped believing the lie that debt is normal. Most importantly, she started talking about money, openly and honestly. That's what Dave Ramsey teaches. It's not about being perfect. It's about being intentional. These 6 habits might seem small or harmless, but they can quietly steal your peace, your freedom, and your future. The good news? You can start fixing them today. Pick just one habit, cancel a sneaky subscription, ditch the good debt lie, or talk to your partner about money. Start small. Stay consistent. Because financial freedom isn't about being rich. It's about being ready.
And you can start now.
Want to learn how real people are building quiet wealth and achieving financial success? Then watch this video next. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel to see more content like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.